Once new manager's got Watford playing like Barcelona, according to some fans. Tony says as soon as Shax went off and Bar came on, yeah, became prime Barcelona. How you're doing? Welcome to another 20 minutes of Watford chat on Where Hornets Walk. We've got Aaron, Luke, and Rio fresh back from the quagmire of a pitch at Deepdale to give their view on the first game in charge, of course, for Ed Still. How did he do? What was his team selection like? Does he get it completely right? There's one player in particular which fans on social media couldn't believe was in the start 11. It won't take you very long to guess who. And in particular, just how good was Barr? Also, we're talking this week about our letter P because, of course, we're getting into the A to Z for the letter P, and we're talking about penalties and playoff predictions. Lots to get into. Thank you for your company. You know what to do if you've only just discovered it. Hit us a subscribe. That'd be absolutely amazing. Right then, Aaron, first impressions of the new manager, please.
Following up from last week, where we were all a bit bemused, had sort of no idea who he was, what he was about, I did take it on myself to try and do as much research as I can before we kicked off on Saturday. And I had a good listen to sort of everything he's put out himself in the press. I listened to, there was an interview with some of the podcasts at Training Ground. And actually, by the time we got to 3 o'clock on Saturday, I was much more sold by it. He definitely comes across as quite a intelligent football man, but also someone who's quite open, humble, compassionate. And where I had question marks before, I feel more comfortable with the appointment now. As for how we turned out, he went with four centre backs in the back line pretty much, which was interesting. No one sort of expected it, but you could see the logic behind it with how Preston play. As for the performance, the first half, I wasn't there, but I watched it at home. Very sluggish, was a bit more of what we'd seen under Javi recently. We didn't look like we were going to get out of second gear, and Preston had punished us. And then it got to half time, and if it had maybe still been Javi, he had the tendency to not really do anything, changing it, and just send the same team out and seeing how he did. But credit to Ed, he throws Bar on off the bench, and like that tweet said at the start, just all changed. The other thing I was quite happy to see was he literally went sort of all out attack. We were playing sort of just with the two centre backs at the back, passing it out to the sides, and everyone else was pushing into that final third of Preston. So it was clear that we weren't going to sit back. We really were going for it, and I thought that was a positive performance in all, even though we didn't get 3 points.
Yeah. Lots agree with you. Cheers, Aaron. Harry says, much better second half. Some learnings for Ed on our shape. Defensive mishaps let us down again, because easily, though, Rio have been 3 points. Now use your analyst skills and notice those obvious ghosts in midfield. Who's he referring to there, Rio?
The ghost, Kiembe, he had a dreadful game. He got caught in possession about 4 times, honestly. But I was surprised that Bove came on. Obviously, I was surprised it was loser, but he did miss Blackburn a few weeks ago with injury. But yeah, I thought literally Aaron hit the nail on the head. First half, I thought it was really, really poor. We were getting out muscled and everything, losing our jewels, and our formation. It was a bit narrow. Obviously, you might expect that with 4 centre backs, but Preston had so much space on the wings, and they eventually got their goal from one, putting it in the middle. But yeah, as Aaron literally said, I'm so glad he was proactive at half time, brought Bar on. Hopefully that means maybe when he's fully fit, he starts more games, because he's honestly a game changer. Mama, Chavadazzi, they're good in their own ways, but we don't have an out-and-out winger like Bar.
Yeah. Captain Kayembe then, Luke, eh? Are you having that?
No, I really am not having it. I just think the level he is for the players that we could play in that position instead is not the right man for it. I think because of how long he's been playing with us, he has been reliable for so long, but I think us as what fans have seen that he's not got the quality anymore. It's baffling how managers aren't seeing it. Maybe they're just taking it for the experience rather than the actual quality. Once Bovey's more fit, I could see kind of getting shifted, hopefully. But overall, other than that, I was pleased by that second half performance as well. I think we did need to be a team similar to what we had under Cleverley, where we'd actually really react well in the second half, and we did that. And to be fair, we could have nicked a third towards the end, and we probably should have another day. We'd have finished those chances. But really pleased for a first game. We got a point away, which is still decent against a team around where we're from. So we've got to just start making up for that now in the next 5 games. They're massive for us for our season.
Yeah, I'll just stay with you. I've seen a couple of fans saying, "Well, that's the playoffs over now because we didn't win." It's ridiculous, isn't it?
No, we've got. If you think about it, we've got 5 mini playoff games, if you like, really coming up. We've got teams all around us. 2 wins out of them in the next 2 will put us in the playoffs. Vice versa, 2 losses put us completely out of it. I think really we'll be saying after the next 5 games, us as a group, if we think we can get to the playoffs or not. I really think this is the be or end all for our season.
Okay. Let's look at some more. Cheers, Luke. Will says, 4 centre backs as a back line and then shipping 2 terrible goals is unacceptable still. Luke Gray says, much better second half. Please stop. Please stop saying Cohen. He was, of course, Aaron, that player that we mentioned at the top of the show. Lots of furrowed brows and head scratching. Is that the one thing he got wrong?
Yeah, I was just going to add, like, with Kayembe, I actually do think there is a place for him in the entire squad, but it's been quite obvious the whole time that place isn't in central midfield. He can't play in central midfield. As a number 10, he's even slightly better. He's arguably even better as a forward, like a striker, than he is a central midfielder. He just hasn't got that ability to play quickly on the ball, to turn and play out like we see Loser do. It doesn't take him more than 3 touches to shift that ball. Kayembe takes 5, 6, 7 touches every time he gets the ball, and that is why he cannot play in that position. But it seems to be that every time we get, a slight thinning of the midfield, the managers decide to chuck him there. And I really hope, Ed, with his background as a performance analyst, we'll be able to highlight that straight away. And, it's about, I guess, having the cojones, so to speak, to just take him out, even if he is an older player on a bigger contract. You can't hinder the team like he does for playing in midfield. By all means, have him on the bench as an option to come off the bench when we're maybe needing a goal because he's got a great strike on him. If you're putting him further forward, but just please stop playing Kayembe midfield.
In fairness to Ed, Ekwa isn't fit yet. Neither is Bove, and Kipriani is injured. I don't think there's anyone else playing that position right now. To be honest,
I'd play Greaves. Honestly, I actually think Jack Greaves. But honestly, you're better off just giving a young player those minutes if you're gonna play anyone, because you know what, he might not even do he might even do the same as Kayembe, but at least you're giving those minutes to someone that needs the minutes rather than someone who's just wasting them.
Okay. You've already touched on this one, Rio, but it was great for, I think, not just Watford, but great for football to see that this fella got on the pitch. 15 months ago, of course, he had his heart problem during Fiorentina, and then here he is now, 15 months later, back making his debut for Watford. I think some people were surprised he didn't come on for Kayembe. He came for Lausanne. How did he do?
Yeah, plus he reposted my video on TikTok about it. He didn't do much in all honesty, but it's just about getting to grips, isn't it, with football? Adam Drury said in an article that firstly he got a round of applause when he went back into the dressing room, very nice, and he was crying to his friends and family or something by the sidelines after full time, and his agent was in attendance. Obviously, it's more about getting used to it. I think the next few weeks we'll see him gradually improve from 60%, 80%, 100%. But yeah, he didn't do much. I was surprised he came on, actually. I was thinking maybe just be on the bench for this game and then against Derby play 10, 15 minutes. But yeah, it's great to see him back. If we can get him to his best, then if the Potzos will be flipping a gem there, good money.
Good. The Watford admin has been teared one this weekend, Luke, as they posted back "Welcome Back Bar," to which every Watford fan I think said, "What do you mean welcome back? He's actually been here, just not been used." Do you think he now has earned a starting place against Derby?
I'm really sat on the fence here. Because I've always thought this about. I think he's a much better player when he comes off a bench from 60 minutes onwards. But then on the flip side, you then lose them for 60 minutes game. I think the impact he can have within that half an hour against 9 times out of 10 a tiring left back is huge for us. Especially that we tend to be a team who are much more stronger in the second half. I personally would rather him come in the second half every game around that 60th minute point, even if earlier, and have a real impact off the bench rather than us expecting him to do something from minute 1 every week, which I do think Watford fans have that opinion. A lot of people are sort of like up on their feet when every time he's on the ball, especially on the wing, trying to take on his man, because that's what he does. He's very direct. And I think Watford fans expect that too much. And I think that's why some opinions have changed within that sort of the last season, where we've probably started to tend to like him coming off the bench because of the impact he does. So I'm really happy that he's back, and we need him massively. He was the reason we got the own goal, and he could have got another one towards the end. So again, he's shown that impact. So I'm still going second half man for me, but not too late because we've got Mum on that side as well who can play.
Okay. Derby County then, Aaron, up next. Now, bad news for you here. They have the league's most impressive away form. They love playing away from home. They set up, as you would expect, they play on the counter. They let the opposition have loads of the ball, and then of course they just pass it straight through, nick a couple of goals, and then sit behind the ball until the 90th minute ticks up. How do you prepare for a game like that?
It's going to be an interesting one because Ed's still, in the limited words he has been able to give about how he wants Watford to play, he has said that he doesn't want to be a team that holds all the ball and does nothing with it. And he's drawn great attention to the fact that we have some fast players and some powerful players. So I almost think he kind of wants to play that way too. And it's going to be a bit of like, well, something's got to give. I guess these first two games being Preston and Derby, two teams that play sort of quite parallel styles, and obviously two very different scenarios, having to go away to Preston and playing at home to a team like Derby. It's as big a test as he can have as the new manager, and sort of gauging that at how fluid can he be tactically. I think when you're the home team, you've got to make them bend to you. You can't let the away team dictate how the game goes. And that's what we fell foul to so many times, is by, especially when Millwall came to us. Yes, they were brilliant, but that game was Millwall's in their hands after 5 minutes. They told us how we're playing that day. We need to tell that team how we're playing and make them deal with us rather than us deal with them.
Carlton Morris is just getting himself back to fitness as well, just in time for this one, Rio. You think he came on for last 10 minutes in their game at the weekend? He's ready. We're looking forward to this one. Well, he'll get a nice reception, won't he? I'm sure.
I mean, Jefferson scored when he returned to the Vic, so Carlton Morris is an ex-Luton player. God, I can only imagine what will happen. Just like as Misic being back just in time for us, as he always scores against us. But yeah, Morris's last game was against us in the reverse leg at home. But I reiterate what Aaron said, especially under Javi, when teams sat back against us and we had lots of the ball, we didn't know what to do. So I kind of have a feeling it's going to be the same type of game on Saturday.
Yes, he's out for revenge, said our Derby fans on their podcast because of that tackle. Right. Thank you for all the comments we've been receiving on this channel. We love reading them. It fills our lunch hours. Tuesday to Friday. Hunter MPG, thank you. Ross Jenkins, he mentioned last week, was the player that made him fall in love with Watford. Brown Lecture says John Eustace was in. Hagen Automation, thank you, said, but not sure the players will buy in. Time will tell on that one. Mark Scufford was not very happy with the appointment. Mark, I think you were on your own there, pal. Called it an absolute diabolical appointment. Thank you for every comment that you leave on here. We do read them all. Whether you agree or disagree with this, drop us a comment. There, we're up to P in our A to Z, so that's going to come in a second. Who's the best Watford player with a surname of P? Or can we put the Pozzos in? Should we? We'll get their view on that in a second. But of course, P stands for promotion and playoffs. Aaron, where are we up to? Luke, what's the best playoff or best promotion campaign you've had in your lifetime?
Best promotion campaign was definitely the 14-15 season under Jukanovic. That was brilliant because at the time as well, just for me being a Watford fan, that was when I first started to go to away games quite regularly as well. I always remember the Derby away game on a Good Friday was massive for us. We nicked a point, but it was huge. And then Brighton away, still probably my favourite away game I've done with Watford. Just the limbs when we scored. I think our complete togetherness as well, like finding out that we got promoted and the coach back. I think that was just what was so special about it. I don't think anything will top that from being a Watford fan. It's annoying that the other time we did get promoted was in lockdown, because that would have been a great season to go up, especially the way we played our football. But yeah, it's got to be 2014 to 15.
Brilliant. And if you were to be promoted this time, Aaron, which of the two teams, will give us one team that you think deserves to be promoted with you?
Do
Who
you
would
know
you
what?
like to
Obviously,
see go up?
they've gone off the boil, and a lot of teams seem to hate them, but I just don't have the same hatred. I think Coventry deserve promotion. I think they've been through so much as a football club. Obviously, everything surrounding the Rico. They've played at the team that are closest to me in Northampton. They played there for a bit at Sixfields. They've had to play in Birmingham. They've gone through all of that rubbish, and to see them, you know, now with obviously an England legend at the helm and flying like they are. I know a lot of people hate it. I actually don't mind them at all. And, if I think if there's one team that are up there that deserve to go up there, it's probably them.
Okay. So it's Cov, Watford, Rio. Who else? Who's our third?
Coventry charge away fans £45 tickets sometimes, so it'd be good if they're gone up. Actually, I think the team who deserves to go up are Millwall. Honestly, they are so good. They played us off the park away. They've had injuries throughout the whole season. I remember when we played them away, they had 17 injuries. We still lost. I love like Jake Cooper, Taylor. That they've got that Kramer. They're all about 6'5", and it's just a proper championship team. Whereas maybe us, we've got good individuals. We're a bit of a fancy team, but they're a proper collective. They've got a great manager in Alex Neil who knows the championship to a T, and I think they deserve to go up along with us. Hopefully, I think they'll be automatics maybe.
Okay, Luke. This week the EFL have been discussing whether 8th place should get promotion. Is that for you?
No. I tweeted about it saying it's just ridiculous. I think the playoffs is probably the most exciting part of the championship, if not all of EFL. And I think not getting rid of it, but adding more teams to it, I think completely kills the idea, especially from the idea that a team that can finish 8th can go up. I personally don't agree with it. I think it should stay what it is. There's no need to change. It's a great system. Everyone always says that the best part of the championship is always playoffs, and I completely agree with that. And there's no point in the EFL changing it. There's just no point. I think it's just killing it from us as fans. Obviously, they're going to make more money from it, from having more games on TV for the neutrals. But us as fans for the championship, majority don't want it, and I don't blame us for not wanting it. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Right, that leads us to our final discussion point, which is the A to Z of Watford. Who's got anything good for P, please?
Yeah, I do. I was going to go Penoranda. I don't know if that's the one you're thinking of.
No.
He was supposed to be this wonder kid, Venezuelan. Do any of you even know where he is now? I don't even know myself. But
No idea.
I just remember seeing him score a goal against Coventry in the League Cup on Sal's debut. But he's one to forget.
Right. Any good ones?
Former Hornet of the Year, Sebastian Prödl.
Yeah.
For the 16-17 season. We weren't very good that year, but he did win Player of the Year, and he was a really solid centre-back. He went off the boil a bit the following season, but I always remember him in his ponytail quite fondly.
I'm going for my favourite player in the last probably 6 years of watching Watford.
Oh my God!
Still my favourite player watching now. I generally will go watch them play if I can get offered tickets to watch Chelsea. It's João Pedro. I love him, everything about him. I mean, the way he just came to us from Brazil as a sort of fresh kid, and you just knew it from the minute that he saw that he was going to be special, and he'll go in bigger things in Chelsea. But yeah, whenever I get a chance to see Chelsea, I'll go watch them. I remember I went to Spurs Brighton just to watch João Pedro play. He's just one of those players I generally would do anything to watch play. He's brilliant, man. I love him.
How did I forget that?
Honestly, I remember when he left. I generally had a little tear come because I knew it was coming, inevitable. It felt like a breakup. That's what it was terrible.
I had him on my prosthetic legs, so
yeah.
Right, now next week we don't want to put Mr. Q Casinos into the A to Z of Watford, so we need your help, please, here. Q, surnames only, of course. Has there been a Watford player who's decent, okay, not just tokenistic, that we can put into the A to Z? Help us out in the comments. This is going to be tough next week. Join us for that. We're also going to be looking back on that Derby game, of course, as well, and we'll do a little quiz as well. Join us for that one. Thank you for all your comments this week. Enjoy the game against Derby. It's not going to be an interesting watch, I don't think. Attritional, yes, but entertaining, maybe not. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.